Instead of thinking about going into your subconscious to do healing work as a kind of Pandora's box full of scary things, and that naive Pandora is making a big mistake by opening the box and letting everything pour out. There is a place for that story, and I think it's important. But it's only one side of the equation. And a better imagery, and one I really enjoy, is of diving for pearls. The ocean, the subconscious, is neutral. And the way that we associate with all the things in there are negative and positive things. There are things that are overwhelming. Yes, that's why they're buried there. But if we have the right equipment and the right mindset and the right team and the right intentions, it's actually quite a thrilling and amazing and liberating experience. And to be driven not by desire to evoke the demons or the sharks, but rather by the desire to discover the pearl. Something that can help with this is to recognize that the pearl is indestructible and already belongs to us. We don't have to earn it by doing some radical dive to prove we're worthy of the pearl. It just so happens that because there's so much layers between us and the pearl, so much forgetting, layers of forgetting that the pearl is our birthright, our essential nature, who we are at our most fundamental level. The waves or the demons or the sharks or whatever might emerge to halt the process of reuniting with the pearl is not the point, but it does actually shape us and strengthen us. Kind of like biohackers that talk about eustress. The point is not the cold water. The point is the inner heat being generated more powerfully from the core in response to that positive stress. Even the concept that some ancient medicine systems have about the reason that illness and sickness exists, not in the chronic disabling ways that we're experiencing it in the Western modern world, but in the sense that there are viruses and things in nature to land on our bodies in our terrain and show us the weak areas that need to be strengthened and build resilience, to promote inflammation, to promote congestion, to irritate and wake up processes that have been dormant or numb. Obviously, if this happens in too extreme of a way, it overwhelms the system and it's no bueno, it's like death or chronic illness. But I think before we begin to turn the processes around that have gone so far out of balance, it's important to recognize that there's not like an inherently bad thing in the things that evoke such experiences. Positive stressors, what makes something a positive versus a negative stressor has everything to do with our resilience and our capacity to meet that thing as a test and to say yes to the challenge and to learn how to overcome it and to learn what we need to resource ourselves so that we don't get overwhelmed by it. That means having support. That means having a strong cultivated meditation or practice of cultivating a sense of consciousness that can relate to what is happening in one's life instead of feeling a victim to it and overcome by it. And that if one begins to feel these things, one is connected to tools and guidance and support systems that can help remind one and build this muscle, because we're not here to do this alone. And we're here to be mutually co-empowering each other. So that's the invitation today, to see trauma healing or healing from your chronic illness or from your injury or whatever, even relational pain and betrayal, whatever it is that you're healing from. The brave and courageous act of turning toward your subconscious isn't about opening something up and being proven that, yes, there's something scary or wrong with you. Like, no, that's all part of the hype. It's actually to turn towards yourself and find the pearl. the powerfully bright and luminous place in you that can overcome anything and that can transmute anything, and that can and take what's coming and alchemize it and be a powerful worker of healing magic in the world. First for your own life and body, and then for those you love, and possibly in bigger ripples as well, if it's part of your task. Any sharks or challenges that arise can be the scaffolding as you build the muscle towards becoming and embodying the pearl. The strength training, the cold therapy, the intermittent fasting of the psyche, so to speak. So if you would like to join a community of others who are cultivating our relationship with our pearl and empowering each other through the challenges that arise as we dive through layers of ocean to reconnect with our pearl, I invite you to reach out and talk to me and us at the Body and Soul Sanctuary.